Welcome to Talk Habesha.
Okay, so in today's video we're going to talk about seeking validation and whether or not we think things like social media have made things worse, and how whether or not you like really care about how the Habesha community like perceives you on social media platforms. So yes, do you guys feel like that's something that means something to you, how you're perceived by like people in the community?
For me, I'll be honest, yeah, I don't use social media for the Habesha community, like I use it for myself, so I don't really care about what the Habesha community thinks of what I post. I just post what I think is acceptable in my eyes. So I don't really like it's not gonna go off any other kind of like rules or morals or anything like that. I just like do what I want to do.
That's like me.
So you're not saying that you don't care at all? Like,
obviously, I don't. Obviously, I'm gonna think about like say if my parents saw this, but are they gonna be?
But would they though?
Well, I didn't. Would
They
they
do.
what?
They
No, I'm saying they
That's the
wouldn't.
thing, though.
No,
That's
obviously
the
they wouldn't see it. But I'm saying
Like Twitter, they would.
no, but obviously the way that you're raised, you know what you.
Yeah, of
what's
course,
right
you're
and wrong.
doing morally what's morally
yeah.
right, but not just.
But it's
because
not like
scared
I'm
of
not
what
doing
the
it just because I'm
community
scared of what I'm doing.
Yeah.
What I think is right, anyways.
thinks. Yeah. Same.
But does that change if you're like, say you put up a post, that you think, yeah, I smashed it, it's a sick post, and you come through with like 4 likes, you're not gonna feel nothing.
And obviously you're gonna be like, bro, why did I already get full like? I might just take this down. You know what I'm saying?
You mean like an Instagram picture?
Yeah, for
Yeah.
example, yeah, like so to a certain point.
No, but that's not for that. I'm not posting my pics. I'm posting for my followers, isn't it? My followers aren't all Habesha, so
For your fans.
yeah.
So do you guys feel like a pressure though, like from the community, or do you feel like you can't
I think
do certain things?
Most
I get what you're trying to say.
most of our parents don't really have access to our social medias like that though. Like for example, like Habesha parents aren't really on Snapchat or like Twitter and Instagram. So
They're
I
on
think
Instagram.
going.
I feel like they can find it somehow.
No, you know
Someone
what it
can
is?
tell
There's
them.
some-
I use on Instagram. Which is
Yeah, Facebook. They're all on Facebook.
Oh, you can't do that on Facebook.
Yeah.
Facebook is just family friendly.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Going back to like what Yosef said, is kind of you're putting in your own morals and it's going off what you know rather than I'm scared of what someone else might perceive.
But what if your morals like are completely opposed to like say our cultural morals?
Well, then.
Like say you're doing like things that you know people in our community are gonna be like, or like older people.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
like-
just up to you.
That,
to
Like,
that depends on the
for-
person, isn't it?
Yeah, because for example, the other day I saw I think it was like a model or a Habesha
I saw
Instagram
that.
girl, and like someone had quote tweeted her picture. No, I think it was one of those Habesha pages. Like they had
I didn't see this.
basically like
Was she like naked?
vilified her for her pictures, and
What did
then
they say?
like
Why? What did she do?
they were just saying it
Like,
wasn't part of our
basically
culture. It was
naked in the video, but she's
yeah.
like a model. She's like a Habesha model.
Okay.
They were saying it's not appropriate, like kind of thing. That
If you
was
saw
just
all her comments, like
yeah,
I saw
all the comments were like really like
Yeah.
judgmental
Yeah.
towards her.
Wow.
Like,
So I
you're
think-
not Habesha, you can't do this, you can't model like that.
I
Like,
think
but she
it
was
was-
actually naked, to be fair. But like, I feel like,
But maybe it was
Well,
part of
she's a bit
her.
covered.
Maybe the nude was from an artistic point of view. Just playing devil's advocate here. So my question is, do you feel like you should be conscious of what you put out? Do you think you should live for yourself?
live for yourself.
Live for yourself and don't let anybody.
As much as I say, like, obviously I don't care, to be honest, I post what I want, man.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, sometimes, like, you think, it's not really, it's like the youth, like the youth, you see how, like, London is so small and, like, I just fear judgment sometimes, because, like,
No, yeah, definitely.
some, like,
I
females
think
are
it's
quite
probably
judgmental, like.
worse for girls. Though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
Do you guys like if you see a girl like a certain way on social media? Would you assume things about her or something?
No, it's not about obviously. No, it's not about assuming things. But obviously,
Yeah.
everybody, from somebody's Instagram or Twitter, you're gonna make
Judgment.
judgment.
Yeah, it's true.
That's
Just as natural. You're
that's
gonna
natural.
from the way somebody uses their Insta or Twitter, you're gonna think you obviously have some kind of like you think of how they are as a
Like
person.
first impressions.
Yeah, like the first impression of how they kind of are as a person.
That's because a lot of people on like say Instagram or whatever, they're putting out a persona. That's how they want to be perceived.
Yeah.
So of course you're gonna look at it and be like, yeah, this is probably what they are, isn't it? It's the sum of what they are based on their posts.
Judging.
You're gonna do it, right?
Because I guess that's what
It's
Instagram
natural.
is. You're choosing how to present yourself to the world. So
It's marketing.
that is how you're going to be judged.
Do that, like, even on your LinkedIn profile, just throw it
Yeah,
out
yeah.
there. Like, judge off what you put up there yourself.
Yeah,
Decide whether you get the phone call or not.
But going back to social media, do you guys think it's affected how you feel about yourself? Like, do you feel like you do need to seek that validation from social media and stuff?
The way I see it is, as much as people like to say they don't care, they don't
Right,
care.
you do.
Yeah.
There is a bit of you that cares.
Yeah.
That's not lying now. When
Subconsciously.
That's what I'm saying. Because
Okay.
if you did not get the right attention that you wanted for that particular picture, video, post, whatever, you're gonna be like, rah, like,
Yeah, you'll
what's
feel
going on
something.
here? Do you know what I'm saying? Not let down, but you'll be like, have I done something wrong? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, that's my only, like, I guess, point of view on this topic. Because
I feel like it depends though. Sometimes if you just like it anyways, like, or say something that you like, you wouldn't care what.
But that's
thing is,
stuff
you just
that's
like
what
it, so you
people
won't
have,
go out
like,
there.
multiple
And
accounts.
sometimes you don't.
Some people have their private account where they just do a management, and there's the
Public one.
their.
But it depends on your level of self-esteem. Like some people are like, not so strong. Like your upbringing. Everyone's got a different upbringing, how they were raised. So
Yeah.
your level of like just how you're prepared to handle the like social rejection or whatever is going to be different. For some people, I reckon there's people out there, they don't get like enough likes. They literally feel like something's wrong with them.
Well,
Yeah.
Which that's
Yeah.
really like
That's what you
really
think.
bad.
That's
thing.
a big
worrying,
problem though. People, because back to like the whole point of this video is like seeking validation. People do feel like they need some kind of like, if they're not getting validated in any kind of way, they just feel like there's something wrong with them or like they're not worthy. But at the end of the day, like that shouldn't be the most important thing in your life. Like some people actually just do certain things just because they know people are gonna like it.
What do you
or
think
like people
do?
tweet, like people will just tweet certain stuff because
like Habesha men are trash.
yeah,
No,
because
I
they-
mean they're serious.
Yeah.
That is a statement.
or
Yeah,
even
just
like
out, yeah.
and then,
Just-
and, like some people fully get their whole personality just of what they see on Twitter. Like
Yeah.
they see
Like
bare
that.
things on Twitter, yeah, like bare people saying this, that, like judging certain things, and then they're basing their own personality off of what
Of
they
their
think
opinion.
everyone likes.
Yeah.
Or they think, oh, because everyone likes this, I'm gonna try and be like
Yeah.
that instead of actually being themselves.
I don't think it's just personality. I think some people really base their morals off Twitter. So like,
Yeah,
I
that's
don't know
very
if I can
true.
actually say it, but things like body count and stuff like that. I think a lot of people just jump on it, and what a person is supposed to be like, they definitely get off Twitter.
Yeah.
But sometimes I feel like social media is just an expression of what we are as people anyway. All it does is it makes it easier to just
Heightened.
bring it to the forefront. Like, like we are social creatures. At the end of the day, there's a reason why we catch feelings when the group is not accepting. Because we're actually like, even like, biologically we're designed to be in a tribe, in a group. That's where you
Yeah.
get protection. If you're like rejected by the social group, then you're in danger. Like that's how it used to be back in the day. If you lived in small tribes and then the group doesn't accept you, you're on your ones. You're out in the jungle on your ones. Like you ain't gonna survive for long. So I think it kicks into a really deep like part of us. So we have to be careful with social media.
I mean, you guys are saying a
But
bit.
didn't that, you know how you said you didn't care about like how people see you on social media? Say if you did have a lot of family on social media, would that change the way you put yourself out there? Would that change the way you post things on social media?
Just making you account. Some
Some people do.
So like,
Yeah.
say if you're like at a party, you're enjoying yourself, I don't know, you take a couple pictures of you guys like, holding a drink or something like that, and you have your mum on social media. Maybe it won't affect you guys as much.
Or if
as
you're
the
under-
I mean,
older
if
guys.
I'm legal, then it
Yeah,
don't.
if you're under
Yeah.
18, it's different.
Yeah, but
innit?
the age
If you know what you're doing, it's
restrictions
not wrong, then it shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah.
I don't think.
But they will still have something to say about it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true. To be honest, if my family accept what I'm doing, then I'm not doing anything. But just like, if I'm doing that, if I post a picture at a club or whatever, if my family's called that, I don't really care.
You don't
Like,
mind.
Like they know that you're going to a club.
Like
Yeah.
my family's opinion is the most important. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
How do you feel like it is? Because you're in college, right? Or in
Yes.
yeah. Do you feel like people at your age kind of thing, like, are they very kind of conscious of social media and stuff like that? Like, or do you feel like they do a lot to try and get attention online, or do you think they're not that bothered?
I think a lot is based around social media. Like
Yeah.
Snapchat, how many views you get on Snapchat? What,
Yeah.
how
I
many
think it's
likes?
way worse for the
How
younger
many
generation.
followers?
Yeah.
When I was in
Like,
school, it
it's-
was not like
That's
this.
I think it's becoming like Twitter. How like if you get clout for it, what you tweet on Twitter, and how many people retweet it and like it.
Yeah.
Like, it's a big thing. now.
Definitely for the.
So they're just
younger
doing it only
generation.
for retweets, not actually for because it's genuinely something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what less
That's
people do.
mad to
And
me.
then after that, you see the next one will be shutting themselves out but like
Yeah, the
threads. Follow my
Yeah, it's 'cause
Yeah.
everyone's chasing clout now. Like everyone
Yeah.
wants clout in a certain type of way. So like especially the younger generation. Yeah. Well, all I see is shout outs.
Really?
Yeah, every day.
Wow.
Yeah, shout out for shout out, and they're doing like
On
20,
Snapchat,
20 shout outs here, and it's like, oh yeah, add
Yeah.
this that. Why do you want so many people in your snap? I don't get it.
It's the validation thing. It's
Snapchat is
the
literally like
validation.
when you look at what Snapchat actually is people looking at your life and people watching you, which is
It's kind of unhealthy.
Yeah.
in a
And
way.
all you end up doing is just never posting on your main story. And you
Yeah.
never post on your
Private.
private.
Yeah.
So then what is the point?
That
Yeah,
just shows
it's
that you
full
care
kind.
about what everyone else thinks, but you're more comfortable to post on your private story.
Yeah.
True.
Like validation is needed from other people.
No, but with social media, or okay, let's take Snapchat for example. I feel like I use Snapchat as a way of contact, as well as social media. So if I add you on Snapchat, there'll be a part of me that I generally don't care if you view it or not, but I have your contact. Do you know what I'm saying? We're not on that level for me to ask you for the phone number, but whether boy or girl, like brethren or whatever. But
Yeah.
like, I think there's other uses for social media, so it's not always about validation in
Yeah,
that
that's
sense.
true.
Yeah.
Definitely
Well,
about communication as well.
Yeah, and I was gonna say like I have a totally different perspective because I kind of see it as part of my job, and it's like a good and bad thing because people have been able to like literally build whole careers off of social media, which is amazing. Like, I've literally been able to like monetize off of social media, but at the same time it's like it feels like a certain added layer of pressure because you're as an artist, like what you put out is like all about perception, and like people you feel like you are being perceived by numbers and engagement, and you feel like you always have to like be active and be engaging and stuff like that, and sometimes I just don't feel like it. Like I don't want to. Yeah, and I feel like it almost feels like I'm not showing up to work if I'm not being constantly posting or like doing stuff related to my brand. And it's like, yeah, so I feel like I'm starting to see it as a job, and it's difficult to find a balance and like separate me as a person
People
and me
forget
as an
that
artist.
You're actually like a human being.
You're a human being, yeah. But it becomes when you use it as a business, it does become like your brand, and it's hard to like separate the two.
Do you guys think the concept of likes and followers is like damaging?
I think a lot of people rely on social media for confidence.
Yeah.
Especially now, like, I feel like
That's so peak.
when they post pictures of them looking nice on Instagram, and if they don't get a lot of likes, it kind of does put them down in confidence.
I actually
That's
did
so looking-
my dissertation on the effects of social media, and like from what I found is that social media does have a massive effect on people's self-esteem, but like indirectly through like social comparison, so people will compare themselves to others as well. So it's not just like likes and followers, it's just that like you see someone else and you see what they look like and you want to be like that. So I feel like they don't feel like they have like the same qualities as other people, so that has an effect on people as well. So
the thing is though with social media wouldn't really work without the concept of like likes and comments, and because how does Twitter
wouldn't it
now
work?
like what is Twitter if it doesn't have likes and
Or
retweets, or
yeah.
what is Instagram
I don't think you should get rid
if
of
it
it.
doesn't have likes
Twitter,
and
I think
comments?
retweets can work, but what about displaying how many followers you have? Or
That's what I'm trying to say. Like, cool. Likes and retweets. Sorry, I jumped in.
No, go on.
With the likes and retweets, cool. That's fine. But like, I don't think that like viewers should see it. Only the person who tweeted should see how many retweets they got. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Interesting.
So only-
What
you know
about
what I'm saying?
on Instagram?
So if
What on
the per-
Instagram?
I think Jamie said this on the podcast. So, but like, why does the other person need that information?
It's
What does
true.
it actually bring?
But then don't you
That's
feel
true.
though? But then don't you feel though that then a lot of people, it's an argument whether this is right or wrong, but a lot of people will stop using social media if that becomes a thing.
Well, so what then?
But
That's
that
up
means
to
that they
them.
become dependent on
That means-
the
Yeah, 100,
validation.
and that's
That
what I'm
means the
saying.
whole reason why
That's-
they was using it.
Yeah,
was
for
because of-
validation.
Yeah.
Then that's where the conversation comes in.
I think a good thing that would come out of it was people would be less like
Dependent on social media.
yeah, and they wouldn't follow other people's opinion as much, because I feel like sometimes people will see how many views or followers someone's got, and they will basically judge them on that. And I think if you didn't see that, you would decide if you like something for yourself. You would decide if you like a song for yourself, not because all these people like
it's
it.
true. That's
Especially
so
like
true.
industry people, like they'll
Yeah,
judge
a
you
lot
and
of
stuff
people
like that.
a lot of people would like music just because everyone
Everyone
else
else,
does.
yeah,
They
you'd
actually
be
like
able to have
themselves, like,
less sheep,
just
like
because
because
it's-
you'd be having your own opinion.
But the likelihood of that model happening is very slim.
Yeah,
Because
it is.
essentially, in my opinion, I think Twitter, Instagram, and all aspects of social media they profit off us seeking validation.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day,
Right.
if this person likes more, this post more, then that influencer is getting paid. Then like Twitter or YouTube gets a cut.
Yeah.
And different advertisements and
you're
stuff
right.
like
I
that.
think that's the thing that doesn't really get talked about.
It's
Like,
so true.
these are
It's
big
true.
multi-million pound companies.
100%.
They'll
So-
never
have
change it
a
themselves.
Exactly. So while we're having this conversation here, I guarantee there's Twitter people in the
Yeah.
boardroom saying, okay, what can we do? And they really just don't care about young
Yeah.
girls suffering from anorexia,
Mm.
or people being affected by their mental health, or young men being affected, like their masculinity being affected because they can't afford a car. And I know, I'm not gonna lie, it's actually the truth.
Yes.
So from my personal experience, I really was affected by social media. I took a break, and I know it's like I'm back, and then
Yeah.
I know it's a bit but I really did have to take a break because the way I saw myself, it wasn't. I don't think it was quite healthy. So
Yeah.
in nearly every aspect. So the people I would follow, I think, okay, academically, I'm not getting to this place, or physically, the way I look, I don't like it, and things like surgery was normalized as
Yeah.
well. Like to an extent, where I'm thinking like, I don't think it's that deep if I get filler on my cheek. Like I really didn't think it was that deep. But then I needed that break for me to just be.
But
do
the
my
thing
thing.
is-
That's good that you recognise that
Yeah.
though. That's good you recognise
The
that.
thing is, that I
I'm
don't
gonna
think
be honest,
I don't think we
definitely.
should. I don't think you can blame social media for that. Obviously, that's it's like a personal thing, and you
No, but that heightens it though. Social
Yeah, I
media
know,
heightens
but obviously you've realised that and you've done something about it.
True, but I'm not gonna lie. We are Generation Z and millennials.
Yeah.
So for me personally, and I think maybe the generation after me, they're not gonna remember a time without the internet or social media. So I remember a time where I didn't have to feel pressure. But even now, like going through my feed, you're gonna see like somebody who can do their makeup perfectly, somebody who's got like an 11 million pound house, somebody who's getting
But-
like the top partner in a law firm. I'm seeing. all
Yeah,
of
you
these
should be
things.
inspired by that.
It's true,
Be
and I am
inspired.
to
Why-
an extent. I am to an
Yeah.
extent. But I think we're all like, I don't know. I just think we're kidding ourselves if, to an extent, we don't compare ourselves. Because I really think we can say, oh, I don't care, and I could really come and say I don't care. But I do want people to know, like, you do compare yourself. That is normal.
Yeah, it's
if
true.
you need to take a break, it's actually fine. Don't worry about it. If you need to delete your account, that's fine. I've had like 7 Instagram accounts.
I've been wanting to take a break, but I don't know. Like,
It's
I
hard,
deleted-
you don't have to
I
announce it.
deleted
It's
it,
addictive,
yeah.
but you don't have to
No,
announce
like I
it.
deleted my Instagram for a while, and then like during exams, and
Yeah,
obviously
yeah.
then I'll re-download it for like a day, scroll through, delete it again. And I
Yeah.
deleted Snapchat as well, then I'll re-download it for like a day,
That's me.
and then delete it again.
That's literally me.
But like, breaks are definitely
I feel
needed.
like
I
I
feel like
can't
it does
do that.
affect. I feel like it does. I did get annoyed. Like I was getting annoyed by social media. Like I just found it annoying. Like I feel like everybody's like, I don't know.
The same.
Everyone's kind of and they just found it annoying. I don't know. I just got annoyed by the whole Instagram and Snapchat
Yeah.
thing.
So speaking of like the whole validation, what do you guys think of being in a relationship and still seeking validation from other people? Like, do you think it's wrong? And like, it kind of relates to the whole Aisha Curry situation. I don't know if you guys know about it.
Yeah.
But she was obviously in a relationship with Steph, and she made a comment about how she still wanted like validation from other people outside of her marriage. So like, what do you guys think about that?
Before you comment, I think it's important to establish context. So she's
Yeah.
been married to him
She's
for a long
married.
time since she was a teenager.
Teenager.
So I think that's quite important to
Yeah.
note as well. And he's also like a professional basketball player, I think. I don't know.
I kind of empathise with her. I think she got a lot of backlash for saying it, but at the same time, she's married. Like she's married to like a superstar who's probably has like hella girls like throwing themselves at him. And if she's not getting anything, I think all she was saying is that it might have put a dent in her confidence because she probably felt like she wasn't getting the same attention. But I don't think it meant that she actually wanted to entertain anything.
Did she say?
No, but she said
I
she
want
wants male
to-
attention.
I
She
wish
said, I
She said,
don't
"What
get
do
the
you
same
wrong?"
attention as my
No,
husband.
this is what she said, yeah.
And
This
that
is what
make-
she
wait,
said.
she
It
said
would
that-
be nice. She was like, it would be nice to have male attention. I don't
That's
want.
mad.
It's like I
That
don't
is
want it, but it would be
completely
nice.
wrong.
I don't think
So
she
you
meant it
want
that
it.
way.
If it would be
That's mad.
nice, then that means you want it.
That's mad.
And
You can't say, it's like saying, it would be nice. Let me think of it.
Shall I tell you?
I was
Shall
gonna
I
say
tell you
something.
why? Shall I tell you why it's like so bad, yeah? Because you said as well, like, he's a superstar. Like, he's probably got girls throwing themselves at him. Like,
So
Steph
what?
Curry
So what?
has been that relationship. They've never had like a scandal. Nothing.
Yeah.
He is the most. He's
The
like
perfect husband.
they've got kids. He's like
But you don't know
he's
what's
been
going on.
yeah,
That's
100%. But from what the public know, from what we know, from what we know, yeah. From what we know as the public, he's like a fantastic dad and he's a fantastic husband, and that's what she's come come out and said as well in like interviews and blah blah blah.
Multiple
Multiple
times.
times. Like it's like Steph Curry is this, and he's been idolized even within the NBA and basketball because he's not just the great player. He's the good. Like, he's got the whole family man package now, and it's like for her to come out, who's also been idolized as the perfect wife. To say I want more male attention.
That's so dumb.
But how do you?
I mean,
Where's
why is it dumb? Why is it dumb?
Do you know what?
Why do you need attention from other men? I don't understand. You have a husband.
Because her husband obviously gets a lot of attention.
Alright, so you're jealous. So I'm jealous.
I don't know how
Well, then
that
that's
is.
the
Maybe
personal
not
issue.
feeling her.
Like, you shouldn't-
I think she's insecure.
That means she's jealous.
I
Like,
think she's insecure.
I think it's
Wait, one at a time, guys.
To me, I feel like a very famous guy is similar in the social marketplace to a very attractive girl. Like very attractive women get loads of attention all the time.
Yeah.
So the question really is, would we be saying this if the tables were turned? If it was him coming forward and saying, "Oh, I wish, like, I
the
wish
girls would be
I was getting, you'll be getting,
That's what I'm saying. If he came out saying, "Oh, I wish I was getting more women attention," and he's married.
Trash.
He did not. She did not say that. Wait.
Alright, if he said, "Oh, it would be nice to have, it would be nice to have more attention from women," or "I don't want it, but it would be nice to have more attention."
No,
from
you wouldn't.
Does that
It would
not
be rare
sound-
that would even be the case.
If he came forward and said, "Yeah, I kind of wish, like my wife gets so much attention."
But she didn't
like,
say I wish, did she?
Or
Okay,
whatever.
what did she say?
Yeah,
She
would be nice
If he said
to
the
know that-
same thing,
That's the same
it's
thing.
the same
Same
thing.
thing.
It is.
Okay, maybe
How is it
they would get
They would.
Yeah,
They would get so
They would get
so
Yeah, but she's still got
She's still got a lot.
Yeah,
a lot of
she did.
hate from it. So
Which
it's
was-
both like
Yeah,
both
yeah.
ways.
Yeah, she
which
did
is-
actually.
That's what we're trying to say. You're
Yeah.
saying that she shouldn't have got.
No,
with
no
a
one said
slander.
that.
I'm just saying, I
I'm saying-
understand. I've never been in that
Yeah,
position.
I-
Sorry, but
yeah.
none of us have ever been married to like a multi-millionaire.
Since what? They've been together since.
But you wouldn't
And
understand.
also,
Yeah.
another added
Yeah.
factor is the fact that she's had 3 kids.
Yeah.
Like, imagine the emotional and physical toll that takes on a woman. Yeah, and then like you're probably not even feeling like yourself, and then you know.
That's not
you-
linked though.
That's got nothing to do with it.
It actually does affect her, and I feel like she's never been known as Aisha Curry. She's always been known as Steph Curry's wife.
No.
Recently she has been.
She's Aisha Curry.
Yeah.
Like, she's got her own thing running now as well.
Since teenage years,
Yeah.
she's the predominant one in the
Yeah, but everyone
relationship.
knew
but
she
that's
would.
like him as well.
Everyone knew she
This
would.
is my honest opinion.
Yeah.
I think that what she did was be honest.
Yeah.
And she's just telling it
Yeah.
as it was.
Yes.
And I never knock anyone for being honest. If you're being honest, fine, isn't it?
Mm.
The problem for me is the double standard. That's what the issue is. Like if a guy did the same thing, that's it. It's gonna be a completely different reaction.
Yeah, but she
No
still
one
got
will
that
back
reaction
it.
though.
No one will say I empathise with
No,
you.
but
I do feel bad.
no one would
No one will
empathise
say
with him. I
I
can't
that.
lie.
The double standard is
Don't
an
be
issue.
You would
honest.
get
I
so
swear I
bad. No, you would. It puzzles me, right? Because like he's this massive superstar, right? And he's doing his
One of
thing
the
like
greatest
crazy.
shooters, yeah.
One of
NBA
he's
history.
hitting them
NBA
threes like
history.
crazy, right?
Yeah, great
And it's like,
shooters.
but here this everywhere he's been, he's had her right next to him. If
He
he
has
ever,
a
he's
child and
it's
that.
Steph and Aisha every time. It's never been Steph. Or who's he married to? Does he have a girlfriend? Is he cheating on her? It's no. I'm Steph. My wife is Aisha, and we have kids. That's how it's always been. And she comes out and says that. What?
You seem so
Guys.
offended.
Yeah, that's offensive.
Okay, so if your girl did that, what would you do?
I find it
How would you
offensive.
react? If your girl went and did that, what would you do?
What publicly? Like,
I mean, maybe, do you know what it is? I think the mistake she made was maybe like she was being truthful, and I
Come
think
and say it
sometimes
to
you
me,
can't be
innit?
truthful in
Told him,
public
innit?
because unfortunately not everyone can handle other people's truth.
Yeah.
Like they will find something wrong with other people's truth, and at the end of the day, that's how she honestly feels. It's not a right or wrong. That's how she feels.
yeah,
wrong.
but she should. But she should
I
have.
think it's wrong.
No, you think
I just think
She
it's
should have
wrong.
I think we
She should
should.
have considered how that's gonna be reflected on him.
Words.
Because like no man wants his woman saying like, yeah,
Oh, I
I wish
want more
men
male
were like,
attention.
that's dead, bro. Like, say it
I
to
mean,
my
okay,
face.
but
I'd rather she comes to me privately.
Yeah.
And says, you know, like sometimes I feel this kind of way. Then I can work to try and
Yeah, but
We can do something about it.
And how did he react?
Yeah, he's
Like, he supported her.
He supported
He supported.
her.
Like he was like, I'm proud of you for
Say it.
Expressing
Yeah.
it.
I think like I would have done the same thing. Like in public, you gotta show support because you don't want to seem like.
Yeah.
And then obviously
And you can't seem
behind,
affected about
Behind
it.
yeah, behind,
You know
behind
how
closed doors,
it's
like,
I was gonna say
different
that.
combo, yeah.
Different if your girl came to you privately and said like what she said.
It'll be-
I'll try to
I think
understand
that's
you.
part of marriage and that's
Yeah.
part of relationships. You feel me?
Yeah.
Whole part of marriage and
Yeah.
relationships is
Communicate.
you have the good sides and you have the bad sides as well, which you should communicate. Not
Yeah.
not go and
Yeah,
you feel
but
me?
yeah, in all honesty, that the platform she said on was a very like I don't know if you guys actually watch Red Table Talk. I love it because it's very like vulnerable platform. I think if you watch it in context, you might understand it more. But sometimes the problem is people see one clip and they will blow that one clip out without actually seeing the whole context of the conversation and how comfortable she must have felt to be able to be that honest.
Doesn't change what she said.
Yeah,
It doesn't change what she said at all. It doesn't change what she said.
Okay, let's
Even
agree.
the whole context.
Let's agree to disagree.
I feel like subconsciously, obviously, I care about what people think of me. I care about what people think, but I don't, not to an extent where like, oh, I feel like I should post a certain thing just for the fact that other people don't like it. I still will post what I like because I like it, not because of what other people think.
So I feel like maybe I used to, but now I feel like a lot more better. I don't think I need to. I don't really seek validation. To some extent, I do compare myself, but now I think just being less active on apps and just being more conscious when you're following things and second guessing things as well. Like, she did get surgery, or did she go gym? So
you have to realise like a lot of things are just not real. Like they're genuinely not real. Lifestyle, everything. Even just the lifestyle you see, like you can think someone has like the best lifestyle, but don't.
Look at Visa, babe.
Oh, I actually know someone. I actually know my friend knows someone.
Yeah.
That is like got a big. What? But my friend knows someone that goes to his uni, innit? That her life on Insta
it's totally
is
different.
fake. Like
That's so
it's
common.
so fake. Like she portrays like this rich lifestyle, where she like goes to all these nice places. But apparently, she'll take more than one snap at a nice like spa hotel, and then she'll spread out when she posts them. So it looks like she's gone there more than it looks like she's gone there more than once. Like she's gone back. And then she'll like buy certain things and then just return it the next day.
People,
I know people that do that, you know.
Just remember
They
it's
buy
not
it and
real.
keep the
It's
tag
all
on it.
perception.
That's
And
good. But I think like in general though, like at the end of the day, we're all humans and that, and it is like normal to compare yourself to others.
Yeah.
Like, that's how life works. But at the end of the day, like you should try and be as confident in yourself as you can, because that's how it is.
And be conscious of what you're consuming and how it affects you.
Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.